As you can see, I've made a number of Lego MOCs in the past, and now, in this video, I'm going to show you how I build one. This is me making my Toys R Us MOC, Episode 1. Hey everybody, what's up? I'm here overhead in my Lego city, and this is going to be my first video of me telling you guys how I'm going to be making my Toys R Us MOC. I'm going to take you guys through the process, through the MOC process, and we're here with step 1. And instead of taking you guys into my beautifully lit Infinity White studio, I'm actually going to take you guys underneath the tables, on the ground, to show you exactly how I build a MOC. So here it is, my Toys R Us MOC 2B. So this is episode 1, so the main thing I could do in the first stages of planning a MOC is really just planning it out entirely. So what this means is I need to decide the size, the space, how much I'm going to do on it, etc. So for example, first thing I decided is the size of the MOC. I wanted it to be built on a 32 by 32 base plate. I have this bright green one. I'm going to use it because I don't want to spend money on a whole nother base plate. The bright green is going to work, and I'm not going to need a floor plan because it's a toy store. It's supposed to be bright. It's not going to look like grass once it's detailed. I also added in this part, which is going to connect to the walls of the thing. And this is the opening part in Toys R Us, which I'm sure you've all seen before. And this is just real simply going to have bikes in it. And I decided that from the beginning. I'm probably going to stand them up like this, but I do bring in an actual bike to have comparisons, because I need to know how it's going to look when I have minifigs actually walking into it. Then I come inside and I have to decide how am I going to fit the space. And I don't fit the space by just beginning to build, because if you begin to build, what's going to happen is you're going to run out of space. So for example, when I first grabbed this 32 by 32 base plate, I get all excited, yeah, I have so much room, I'm going to have aisles and aisles and aisles. Then I start to actually put stuff down and realize, okay, well, I'm losing 2 studs on every side of it. Now what do? I don't have room for a whole row of registers. What do I do? So this is just some of the standard, planning aspects of it. Next thing I do is scale. I don't bring minifigs into a MOC until the thing's done. I have one minifig on hand at all times. This MOC is going to be this lady. And the phone's ringing. So what I do with this is I'll just have her in for scale. So the main thing you want to do is make sure it's, well, for me at least, make sure it's believable for minifigs. So if I'm going to have my doors right here, is she going to be able to walk in knowing that there's going to be a wall right here, or windows or whatever? And then, well, the bikes are going to be in the way, so that's why I might need to stand them. Maybe I'll only do bikes on a couple sides. So these are all things that I have to think about. The next thing, of course, that I have to think about is doorways. There's going to be a doorway here. Can she come in here and have room to walk? Looks like she should. And I just had her at the desk right now. This is not going to be the final desk. I promise you guys that. It's going to have more in it. And then I really decide what I'm going to do at the back. So I just generally lay things out. These bricks you see here aren't going to be final. I was just laying out sizes because this is how much room she's going to have to walk by it. Believable, pretty nice amount of room. And I know that I'm going to have a display here and a display here and a big display on the back. And really just, that's exactly that. Next thing I do is lay down parts that I know I'm going to have. So if you just look around me, I have a whole bunch of toy parts here. It's really just all kinds of stuff. I had the Dimensions toy tags out. I wanted to do something with these, but I don't think that's going to end up working. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of toys out. Technoblade. I have, cards, the trick-or-treat bucket, Lego sets, bears, all kinds of things, because I just want to lay everything out and get an idea of what I have. Because the most important thing to do with the MOC is what I have. And then I have to make sure I'm going to make it modular. So with this one I have the wall. The wall's still in the city, isn't it? This is a part of the MOC. Take these guys apart. Just grab this. Totally forgot that I put this in here for my last city video. That is my fault, guys. Alright. So here's that part that I didn't have out earlier. This is going to be the actual structure of the MOC. So the way I'm doing this is going to be actually really cool and also really interesting. So what I've got going on, I'll just move this guy out of the way, he was part of the scene, as these are going to be the outside walls, and the outside walls are going to look like this once they're finished. They're very flimsy right now, and that's because they're not locked in at all. So I'm going to have this stripe of white that's going to be out here, and it's going to be out more, so let me just show you how I built that. You can see there's a Technic pin in there, and there's half pins, and there's actually 2 of them, and I'm just connecting this onto here because the entire base of this is Technic, and the reason for that is because I want this entire thing to be able to be pulled off, because that's how much detail I plan on putting in this thing. So these parts in here, these are white, and they add in color to the model for sure. And the way it's going to work is there's going to be big windows in here, and inside the store I'm going to have window displays. So there's going to be a Technoblade in one of them, there's going to be a teddy bear, and I haven't decided on all the other toys. That's going to be the basic gist of it, but I just like the way this is going to be looking. It's going to be looking good. Turning it around, you can see this side's also completely done, but this side I still haven't gotten stuff. So for the actual build of this thing, let me show you guys. You can see I used Technic beams to connect the Technic bricks, and this is all one assembly, and it's going to fit together like one assembly. Just not currently, it's not currently sturdy, but I can lift this up. It's super not sturdy, but what it's going to do is it is going to eventually be able to be placed right in here, and I'm going to add tiles all the way around this place to really just make that work. There's not really many there right now, but that's the gist of it and how it's going to work. You can see along here what I've got going on is these white pieces, not the blue and the pink. I'll talk about that in just a second. These white pieces are going to be what holds the main displays, and it's a brick and a tile. I don't have brick and a plate, actually, sorry. I don't have the other plate on this right now. So that's basically what's going on with that. So it's gonna end up looking like this, which will block off most of the Technic, and then when I put toys on there, it's not gonna make a difference. But like I said, this is meant to just come right apart, so I can pick it up and not even have to worry about it. So now for what's gonna actually be going on inside the toy store. I'm gonna have 2 doorways in the center here, and then it's gonna be all yellow windows, just like you've seen in actual Toys R Us. When you come in, this is gonna be the checkout register. It's kind of where the customer service desk is in most Toys R Us's, but I'm not gonna fit a line of registers. I have to make it small. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna have 1 register here and 1 register opposite to that. There's gonna be a desk here, probably with a little small display. And I want to have a flag or something here. I haven't built any of it yet. Back here, what I'm planning on doing in this part is, if you've ever been in actual Toys R Us, which as Lego fans I'm sure you all have, they usually have big center displays, and usually, at least in my state, they have displays that are made just for boys, or mostly just for boys, like superheroes or Nerf guns and stuff on this side. Then on this side they have toys that are more targeted toward girls, with dolls, doll houses, American Girl stuff. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to have a wall in the center here dividing the two. I'm probably on this side going to use some of my yellow Batarang pieces and make just a cool like Batman and like gun type display. And on this side I've already decided on making dolls that are going to be really micro scale, but that's how it's going to work. And since I don't have much more room, along this back is going to be a yellow wall, so this is going to be a black wall, this is going to be a pink wall, there's going to be a wall separating them, this is going to be a yellow wall. This entire back of the store is going to be a Lego section. I have a bunch of these Lego sets, from multiple sets actually. This one is from the city truck, but I have a bunch of Lego set boxes, so that's what's going to be there. And then all the other toys you'd find are just going to be along these walls here, like I said, in the window displays. So let me put this back in to give you a better idea. So let's say I want this window display to have the Technoblade right here, which I do want. So I'm going to have this propped up so that it can be seen from both inside and outside. And then around it I'm going to have similar toys, so maybe weapons, or I have a bunch of these Ninjago cards, which are really awesome. This one's Kendo Cool. And I'm just going to have a display of them around it. So I'm going to have a display around each window here that's really just going to make it have more toys and more options for kids to play in. So for the most part, that's what I have done with this MOC so far. You might think this is nothing, you might think this is a big step. I really don't know what you'll think. The key here is that this is just phase 1. Phase 1 being plan everything out, get an idea, don't build everything up yet, and just be ready for it. You know, that's all I've got for you. Subscribe if you'd like to see weekly LEGO videos from me. I will talk to you all again in my next video.